My nigga, you literally went in school and played Call of Duty Warzone in its fucking prime, and you expect someone to show you a slight single sympathy of remorse to your bitch ass nigga? Yeah, alright, bro. So today's video is about what happens to school shooters when they get in prison. I hope they get raped or kill themselves, so let's get into it.
TJ Lane's rampage at Chardon High.
Yo, this nigga kind of looks like the fucking, I don't know, this guy, you know the actors, you know this nigga kind of looks like the actor in the Tomorrow's Teaching.
High school lasted just over a minute, but its impact will be felt forever. On that fateful day, Lane, then 17, pulled
Sid, we always knew you were bad, but my nigga, this new level of bad, bro. Yeah, alright, bro. Like, we knew you were fucked up in the head when you were a kid, when you were fucking up those toys, but damn, my nigga, you went from sticks to guns.
Out a .22 caliber pistol and fired 10 shots, striking 6 students. 3 of them, Daniel Parmator, Russell King, and Demetrius Hewlin, died shortly thereafter. Lane's motives remain unclear, but his actions were undoubtedly devastating. The victims' families and the community at large struggled to come to terms with the senseless violence. Lane's trial was a highly emotional affair, with the victims' families demanding justice. Lane showed little remorse, wearing a t-shirt with the word killer emblazoned.
Bro, get back, bro. Get back, bro. Look, bro, if I send my fucking daughter or son to school and the next couple of hours saying boom, 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 they got shot, bro, nigga, I'm gonna go in that fucking school and shoot that little nigga myself, bro. I'm gonna shoot that little nigga up myself. I'm gonna lit that nigga up like fucking 50 Cent.
On it to his sentencing hearing. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Behind bars, Lane became a notorious figure, with many inmates viewing him with fear. He was initially housed at the Allen Correctional Institution, but was transferred to the Ohio State Penitentiary.
That's a prison? Nigga, this shit looks like a castle.
After a failed escape attempt in 2014. Lane's life in solitary confinement is a far cry from the chaos he unleashed that day. While some might see this as a fitting punishment, others argue that it's a necessary measure to ensure the safety of both Lane and his fellow inmates. While TJ rots in solitary, our next entry managed to secure a GED while
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping me in your
Don't look at me, bro. I ain't got that much money.
serving life? Kipland Kinkle. On May 20th, 1998, a tragedy shook the small town of Springfield, Oregon. Kip Philip Kinkle, a 15-year-old freshman at Thurston High School, carried out a devastating
Freshman, my nigga? You a baby, my nigga. A freshman?
massacre that would leave a lasting impact on the community. The events leading up to the massacre began when Kinkle was suspended from school after being found with a stolen handgun in his locker. His parents, William and Faith Kinkle, were notified, and his father took him home, warning him that he would be sent to military school if his behavior didn't improve.
My nigga, you dead ass knew your son brought a gun to school and they told you about it, and you didn't even take the gun away, and the only thing you warned him is about we gonna send you to military school. But this is your fault, my nigga, bro. Every single black person watching this, like 2 or 3 of you niggas, we all knew if our moms and dad catches us bringing some gun like that, blah, blah, to school, bro, we know we be dead ass kicked out of the house, all right? We be dead ass living in the streets. We ain't got nowhere to go except our homies. Even they won't accept us if we end up in the news. Their mamas won't accept us, but they will.
Later that day, Kinkle shot and killed his parents at their home.
We just fucking warned you, my nigga, to take the gun away from this little nigga, bro.
The next day, Kinkle arrived at school armed with a semi-automatic rifle and 2 handguns. In the cafeteria, he opened fire on his classmates, killing 2 students, Ben Walker and Mikael Nikolausen, and injuring 25 others. He was eventually subdued by fellow students and arrested. Kinkle was sentenced to 111 years in prison without parole. Kip Kinkle, now 39, has spent the last 22 years trapped behind the cold walls of the Oregon State Correctional Institution in Salem. His life has been a never-ending cycle of solitude, confined to a tiny cell for 23 out of 24 hours a day. If you think this story is heartbreaking, wait till you see all the other names on our list. Michael Carneal.
Who's that?
On December 1st, 1997, 14-year-old Michael Carneal opened fire on a group of students at Heath High School in West Paducah, Kentucky, killing 3 and injuring.
Nigga, I live in Kentucky. What the fuck is going on?
5. Carneal was arrested and brought to trial, where he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Michael Carneal's life in prison has been a never-ending struggle for survival. As a child killer and school shooter, he's been a target for violence and abuse from fellow inmates. He's faced relentless physical assaults, beatings, and threats. The psychological torment has been equally unending, with constant harassment and intimidation. The prison environment is harsh, and word gets around quickly. He has spent years in solitary confinement, isolated from the general population for his own safety. But even that hasn't been a refuge. He's faced constant noise, darkness, and claustrophobia, with limited access to basic amenities. The isolation has taken a toll on his mental health, with reports of depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. After serving 25 years,
25 years, nigga, bro. You know I'm starting to know something, bro. All these school shooters have something in common. They are chopped, but these niggas are all chopped, bro. And okay, look, bro. I bet we can all answer. How can we all know? No, how do you know if someone's gonna become a serial killer, a school shooter, or a fucking threat? All right, if they like dead animals, if they see kind of dead animals, if they're interested in dead animals, if they like to see roadkills, if they collect roadkills, if they have a fetish of knives, anything like that, they're gonna go kill something. They're gonna go do something. Bro, come on, bro. You knew this nigga wasn't up to anything good. Look at him.
Carneal requested parole, citing the violence and abuse he suffered in prison. The parole board denied his request, and Carneal was returned to prison to continue serving his life sentence. The only thing he has going for him is the fact that he is still alive. Most shooters killed themselves. Alex Freal. Alex Freal was a 16-year-old student at Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, who carried out a mass stabbing attack on April 9th, 2004.
A stabbing? Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you niggas so quick, bro. I think getting stabbed is worse than getting shot, because if it's a shot, you know damn well that it's gonna be over for you. That's it for you, bro. Just one bullet. But a stabbing, bro, that shit gotta hurt, because you know it's a bigger wound. So if they open it like this, or like you know wound is gonna be big and this shit's gonna hurt everywhere. But if it's a shot, boom, clear head, or boom, clear head, you're out. But if a stabbing, my nigga, yeah, that's getting stabbed is terrifying.
14. Armed with a pair of 8-inch kitchen knives, Freal stabbed and slashed 20 students and a security guard, leaving 4 students with life-threatening injuries. Fortunately, all the victims survived. Freal was arrested and charged with attempted homicide, aggravated assault, and other related offenses. In 2017, he pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 23.5 to 60 years in prison. His life is a far cry from the freedom and possibilities he once knew. Behind bars, Freal's days are filled with the reality of his actions. He is surrounded by the cold walls of his cell, a constant reminder of the harm he inflicted on his classmates. Despite the gravity of his crime, Freal is receiving the help he needs to address the underlying issues that led him down this path. He is engaged in regular counseling sessions and therapy groups, working to confront his depression, anxiety, and personality disorders. But rehabilitation comes with a price. Freal's privileges are limited, and his every move is closely supervised by corrections officers. As the years pass, Freal will have ample time to reflect on his actions and the lives he forever changed. Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof's name is forever.
Bro, this nigga looks like a fucking baby bird, bro. Y'all niggas should know something was up when he was rocking the Mr. Cracker fade, bro, from Timmy Turner, bro. This nigga, he ain't up to anything good, bro. Look at him. He's just looking at me, and I know he wants to kill me. Just for something I didn't even do.
Tragic event in American history. Evil. On June 17th, 2015, Roof, a 21-year-old white supremacist, opened fire at Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal.
My people, see, this nigga's evil, bro. Evil. At my own people. He killed my people. Bro, yo, give this nigga the death penalty, bro.
Church in Charleston, South Carolina, killing 9 African-American parishioners, including senior pastor Clementa C. Pinkney. Roof was apprehended and faced legal consequences, including a highly publicized trial where he showed no remorse and was sentenced to death. Had he not received the death sentence, Roof would have faced life in prison without parole, where he would have been isolated and vulnerable to hostility from inmates. He is currently serving time in ADX Florence, where he spends his days in solitary confinement, isolated from the world he once sought to divide. His cell, a small small, sterile space is his home for 23 hours a day. The only exceptions are brief moments of supervised recreation and limited visitation from approved individuals. The maximum security wing is his permanent residence, a place where the most dangerous and high-profile inmates are housed. Here, Roof is cut off from the outside world, with no access to the internet, phone calls, or even books. Regular psychological evaluations are a constant reminder that his actions have consequences, that his ideology of hate will not be tolerated.
Yeah,
Even
nigga.
his limited recreational time is supervised, a precaution against any potential violence or radicalization. Mitchell Johnson and Andrew Golden.
2?
On March 24th, 1998, Mitchell Johnson, 13, and Andrew Golden, 11,
13 and 11-year-olds, bro. Come on, bro. I know y'all niggas was born in the 1900s, bro. Y'all could have just went outside and played with sticks instead. Like, bro, you chose the different kind of sticks you want to play with, bro. Because when I was 13 to 12 years old, nigga, I was getting that new Nicki Minaj, the Anaconda video, bro. Like, I was beating my meat to that shit, bro. Like, my Anaconda don't want until you got buns on, bro. That shit had me on a choco, bro. Like, my nigga, come on, bro. You dead ass just fucking children.
perpetrated the devastating Westside Middle School shooting in Jonesboro, Arkansas. The two boys, who were reportedly motivated by a desire for notoriety, pulled a fire alarm and then opened fire on students and teachers as they evacuated the building. The tragic attack resulted in the deaths of 4 students and 1 teacher, with 10 others injured. The young ages of the perpetrators and the premeditated nature of their crimes were shocking. The boys were arrested and held in juvenile detention facilities, where they awaited.
As you can see, something ain't right about this, but my internet keeps bugging and turning off and on again. But if you like this video so far, subscribe and click on the like button, because this is only my 18th video on this. This is my first ever YouTube channel. But hey man, if you fuck with this, I